Hello dear students, welcome to another video of Polity. Today we will discuss the Constituent Assembly and the drafting of Constitution. In this video, we have already discussed the evolution of Indian Constitution in step-by-step manner, starting from the colonial rule to the independence in my previous video, and interested students can go through that video for more details. And today we will discuss the making the drafting of Constitution of India. The idea of a Constituent Assembly to draft the Constitution was first proposed by M.N. Roy in 1934, who was the pioneer of communist movement in India. The demand gained its strength during the Quit India movement in 1942. The Indian leaders demanded for the Constituent Assembly in 1942, and the British government agreed to that demand under the Cabinet Mission Plan of 1946, and a Constituent Assembly was made, which held its first meeting on 9th December 1946. It initially had 389 members, and after the partition in 1947, August 1947, the members reduced to 299 as India was divided into two parts. And it composed of the members including freedom fighters, legal experts, scholars and political leaders across the country. From all over the country, all the members from different background were the members of the Constituent Assembly. And we will discuss about the chairmen of the different committees of the Constituent Assembly in a short video. And who was the president of the drafting committee? He was Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Dr. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar. And the prominent members of the Constituent Assembly included Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Jawaharlal Nehru, who was the first Prime Minister of India, Dr. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who was the godfather of India, who was mainly responsible for unifying the India, for the unity of the India, and Rajendra Prasad, who was the first president of India, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, Sarojini Naidu, etc. And we will discuss the name of the committees and their chairmen in details in a short video. The assembly held a total number of 11 sessions, which covered 165 days of discussion. And the main points of discussion were the nature of the governance, whether it will be the parliamentary form or presidential, or the rights of the minorities. India is a secular country, so rights of the minorities was of most important feature of our constitution. So it was also discussed fundamental rights and duties of the citizens, and the federal versus unitary structure, which will be best for the for our country. All these issues were discussed in the 11 sessions of the Constituent Assembly. And finally, the draft was presented by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar on 4th November 1948. And after presenting the draft, there were many discussions and amendments too, and it was finally adopted on 26th November 1949. And this date is also mentioned in our preamble of Constitution, and it is the Constitution Day of India. But the Constitution was finally enacted on 26 January 1950, which is the Republic Day of India. And from that day we have our own rules, our own laws of our country. And the drafting of the Constitution took approximately 2 years, 11 months and 18 days to complete. And it is the longest written constitution with 395 articles, 22 parts and 12 schedules. This is all about the drafting of the Constitution and the making of a Constituent Assembly of India. And we will discuss the various features of our constitution, which is borrowed from different countries all over the world. and we will discuss it in a special video in my next video. And this is all for today. Thank you.